This episode of Another Great Day is brought to you by Sand, Man, Witch, Storm, Dollar, Snake, People.
You just gotta keep going, huh?
Yes. It's Monday, June 19, 2023. I'm Aaron, and this is Chris.
Hello.
Hello, Chris. And as your hosts and captains of this luxury cruise ship we call a podcast, we'd like to be the first to welcome you back or welcome you for the first time to our little craft/homebrew podcast we call Another Great Day. Chris, we were late last week. We actually missed last week entirely. Do you want to tell the people why? Inquiring minds want to know.
We didn't do it. We were at the beach.
That's right. We were at the beach. Feeling hot, hot, hot.
It was sand.
Indeed.
And water.
All those things. Gazebos.
And you call them gazebos.
I mean,
the 4-pole pop-up tent that we bring that people use for outdoor events, like tables at a booth, a fair. Sometimes.
Not a gazebo, probably. Is it?
I call them
Tents?
tents. There's a tent.
I don't. If you know what they're called, write in at anothergreatdaypodcast@gmail.com.
Settle the debate,
please, or hit us up on Instagram.
Gazebo versus tent.
Well, it sure is fun to be living it up here on the beach, surrounded by friends and the ocean. Well, speaking of oceans, Chris, this segment is called Under the Sea. So what does that mean? Well, this is basically just us playing boss level again, but with a nautical ocean seaside theme. So, all right, Chris, are you ready?
Oh, yes.
All right, here we go. Great. Here, let me set the scene. We've made it to the castle. We bested the wizard. We passed Broll the troll. We defeated Wobby the goblin.
Hey, guys.
And now a trap door has dropped us down a tube. It shot us into the castle's own personal ocean. We land with a large splash and are instantly grabbed by 2 giant slimy tentacles. It's like being hugged by Jeremy Irwin. It's tight.
Tight, yes.
As we are being lifted into the air in the clutches of this foe, we see a giant squid head emerge, and it says, "Well, hey, guys. It's so lonely down here. I'm so glad to finally make some friends. Am I squeezing you too hard? Okay, good. Well, my name is Trent, and I'm the castle squid. I can't let you go quite yet because my job is to keep people from getting back into the castle. But I'm trying to make friends, and my book on how to win friends and influence people says I should ask people questions to show them I'm interested in them. What do you think? You want to play? What do you think, Chris?
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Let go, please.
Okay, great. I'll loosen up. All right, here's one thing I've been thinking about for a while. You ready? All right, Chris. Out of a jellyfish or sand, which is better at carrying?
Pause.
Oh.
Pause, Trent.
Oh.
The option is jellyfish or like granules of sand.
Wait, yeah, sandwich or sand? I mean, jellyfish or sand? That's right, boys.
Okay, just being clear.
Okay, no problem. I know I kind of stutter sometimes. Out of a jellyfish or sand, which is better at carrying small paper cone cups of Kool-Aid to an orchestra during a break or an intermission? Oh, gosh. Okay, all right, Chris.
Oh.
All right. We have one chance. One chance. All right. Hey, Trent, can we have a sidebar? No problem. No.
All right.
Swim. All right, we got to figure this out.
Jellyfish carrying cone cups of.
They have lots of arms.
Well, yep.
You could serve a lot of orchestra members, the entire flute section, possibly.
But they have no vertebrae.
They drop it instantly.
Unless the orchestra is also underwater.
Ooh, what if the orchestra is a jellyfish orchestra?
They're under the sea.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sebastian's leading them.
This is Little Mermaid Orchestra. Oh my
Little
gosh.
Mermaid Orchestra.
However, sand can literally not do anything.
I was imagining a friendly sand monster.
Oh, like a sentient sand creature? Like the Sandman from Spider-Man.
I guess, the nice one.
Boom, let's go with that. All right, you ready? Let's present it.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey, Trent, we're ready. All right, boys, coming over. All right, what are you doing over there? Watercolors. I use my ink to paint things. This is beautiful. You ever seen Bob Ross? No. All right, anyways. All right. What we got, we're going to go with sand. Oh, really? Yeah, we're going to go with sand. We think that sand sentient would be a better carrier of all these things than a jellyfish, because a jellyfish has no bones or vertebrae. Can't hold anything. Well, boys, I gotta say, you answered right. I ate the last few people that's answered jellyfish, so I'll launch you up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay, bye, Trent. Bye, boy.
And that'll bring us to this week in history. Quick, Marty. There's been a tear in the time-space continuum. Another Great Day podcast has their dates all wrong. Fire up the car to 1.218 gigawatts, and we'll try to fix it.
All right. Well, since we are only presenting once a week this summer session, we thought it'd be fun to give you a little bit of history for every day this week. And quick side note, I need to dry off real quick. I got real wet down there with Trent. That was crazy, man. I can't believe we survived that. All right, Chris, turn the magic donkey wheel and let's get 'em moving. And now, Another Great Day presents...
This Week in History!
All right, Monday, June 12, 1987, Ronald Reagan challenges Mikhail Gorbachev to tear down this wall.
And you can hear him hitting the wall right now.
That's it. This U.S. president held his famous speech near the Berlin Wall, one of the most important symbols for the division between East and West during the Cold War. The wall was dismantled in 1989, but many observers doubt that Reagan's famous catchphrase had any impact on this decision.
Tuesday, June 13th. 1983, Pioneer 10 becomes the first man-made object to leave the central solar system. The U.S. space probe crossed the orbit of Neptune, which at the time was classified as the farthest planet from the sun.
That's cool. Wednesday, June 14th, 1949, Albert II becomes the first monkey in space. Not to be outdone by Ham the Space Monkey, our own podcast monkey.
Albert?
Yeah, that's right, Albert II. The rhesus monkey was one of several animals used for testing purposes before sending humans into space. Albert II survived his ascent to an 83-mile altitude, but we never saw him again.
Like Ham. We haven't seen him since.
He's somewhere out there. Maybe he's hanging with Ham.
Thursday, June 15th, 1844. 1844. That's right. Long time ago. Mm-hmm. Well, 150, 60 years ago.
Yeah.
Charles Goodyear patents vulcanization. Not to be confused with Star Trek.
That's where I was
Live
going.
long and prosper.
Yes, indeed.
Vulcanization. The American inventor is credited with developing the basic concept of strengthening rubber by adding sulfur or similar materials. Sulfur stinks.
Yeah, it smells terrible.
Smells like the earth is about to erupt and explode.
Smells like a toot.
I think that's why it's called vulcanization. The volcano, sulfur. I think that's the connection. I am not sure of it, but I think that is the connection.
Oh.
Vulcanized rubber is today used for a wide variety of products, such as tires and shoe soles.
That's interesting. Thanks, Mr. Goodyear. Friday, June 16th, 1963, Valentina Tereshkova becomes the first woman in space. The Soviet cosmonaut completed 48 orbits on board the spaceship Vostok 6 before returning safely to Earth. The former textile worker was declared Hero of the Soviet Union and received the United Nations Gold Medal of Peace.
And that will do it for this day in history.
All right, moving right along to today's discussion question of the week. Are you ready, Chris?
I am ready.
Are you sitting down?
I am currently sitting.
I can see you sitting
Should
down.
I stand?
All right, here we go. Today's question is, what is the coolest water creature? We'll be right back. All right, Chris, welcome back to the podcast. I'm going to go ahead and give you my answer, listening audience. The coolest water creature is not a real one at all.
What?
It's the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, dear.
I'm obsessed, I know.
This has been mentioned multiple times.
I know. As a young man, I had several Loch Ness Monster books. I thought it was a plesiosaur. that it somehow survived. I came up with this entire scheme of how it could have survived the Ice Age.
It makes a small amount of sense, especially kid sense, to be like,
Absolutely.
it was in the water when everything got destroyed or whatever. It's distinct.
He was chilling.
Like fish. We still have fish from a long time ago.
We have megalodons. Alligators are like 1 billion years old.
Yeah.
So anyways, the Loch Ness Monster, for me, coolest water creature.
It's not even real. Okay.
Yeah.
I think kind of unreal are those like crazy neon colored dolphins from Lisa Frank from the 90s. Like those like posters that were just out, the most color you could put on something possible.
Right.
Violently attack your eyes with neons.
There was so for those of you who don't know, in the 90s, which Chris and I were young men at this time, there was Lisa Frank was a brand, and it would have a picture of like a dolphin or a flower or a cupcake or usually some animal, and it would have a ton of detail on it, and everything was almost exclusively neon colored. Pink, green, yellow, some black thrown in there, but oh man, Lisa Frank, what a time.
High contrast.
Makes a good coloring sheet though.
Indeed.
All right, well, let's take a quick break and check in with our dad joke correspondent on location. Take it away, Wes.
Hey there, Aaron. Hey, Chris. Hey, boys. What's the most condescending bear?
What?
A panda.
Yeah, I get it.
Have another great day.
I don't know about you, AP, but I can't bear another joke.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to another great day. I'm Aaron, and that's Chris.
And this week's word of wisdom is going to come to us from the following verses in Proverbs. The chapter is 23. It's verses 1 through 5.
The NLT version says, while dining with a ruler, pay attention to what is put before you. If you're a big eater, put a knife to your throat. Whoa! Don't desire all the delicacies, for he might be trying to trick you. Don't wear yourself out trying to get rich. Be wise enough to know when to quit. In the blink of an eye, wealth disappears, for it will sprout wings and fly away like an eagle.
Wow, the Amplified version says, when you sit down to dine with a ruler, consider carefully what is set before you. For you will put a knife to your throat if you are a man of great appetite. Do not desire his delicacies, for it is deceptive food offered to you with questionable motives. Don't weary yourself with overwhelming desire to gain wealth. Cease from your own understanding of it. Don't know if that, as I'm saying it, I'm not sure what it means. Cease from your own understanding of it. When you set your eyes on wealth, it is suddenly gone. For wealth certainly makes itself wings, and like an eagle that flies to the heavens.
You know, I think that verse 4, using the context of the NLT, which said, don't wear yourself out trying to get rich, be wise enough to know when to quit. In the Amplified version, it says, cease from your own understanding of it. I think you can have an idea of how much you need, but I think God really is the one who knows how much you need, and you have to put your trust in him to know and ask for wisdom to know when to quit.
So the wisdom here is stop thinking about this. God will take care of it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Stop thinking about it in human terms. Think about it in godly terms.
Don't weary yourself. This is very applicable to my life. Thank you, God, for these words.
Amen to that. We'll take a few minutes and think about this proverb amongst yourselves, and we'll wrap the show up. Well, that'll wrap things up for this week. Let's hit the music and call it a day. I'd like to give a big shout out to all of our listeners and, of course, my co-host Chris for all the good and hard work he does on this podcast. I'd also like to thank all of you for listening. You're great people. Thanks for being here. Our mission is to encourage interaction, creativity, and conversation. So even though today's show may have come to an end, that doesn't mean your discussions have to come to an end. We thank you for listening and hope you make it another great day.
I'm mostly ready. Did I hit record? Is it recording? It's recording.
We got to record before that crane comes back and starts pile driving. Literally pile driving.
It's It's digging right now. It's a digger.
Okay. Well, you know what they say. You can't plant a post if you don't dig a hole.
Yeah. Yep.
Are we ready?
You have said that now.
People say it all the time. I'm not saying I say it, but it's trending right now on Twitter. Hashtag post hole digger.
PhDs. PhDs.
About to get your PhD.
That's right.
Post hole digger.
Hitting record. You stumbled into vampire.
I'm a Jamaican vampire. Let's make a bobsled team. And I will also turn into a bat. We will be very light. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Out of a jellyfish or a sandwich, which do you think's better? Nope.
This week's word of wisdom comes to us from the following verses. Do you want to bring us back in like you normally do? Or say something like, welcome back to the show.
Oh, yeah. Good idea. Good idea. Welcome back to another great day. Sorry.
I didn't make it like a karate noise.
Almost. Sensei. Konnichiwa. Domo. I used all my Japanese words. That's all I know.
The end.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to another great day, the weekly podcast this summer designed to encourage interaction, creativity, and conversation. We hope you're enjoying the show so far, and we're going to do a thing. How about this? Here on the podcast, we are working next to this guy. He's got a because we're good boys. We're drinking water and orange juice.
What? You messed it all up.
I know. I'm sorry. I did. I'm sorry.
The end.